So today we are going to be planting some onion. Now I know that it seems like it is real early, but it's really not. Onion is supposed to be planted way early if you're going to plant it from seed. And so I'm going to try my hand at planting it from seed this year. In the past I've only used sets, and that's where you buy the little small onions and they just look like baby onions. You put them in the dirt, they start growing, they kind of take off from where they left off before they were forced into dormancy. And those did not do real well for me last year. And so from the research that I've been doing, I think I will have much better results if I start from seed. So that's what I'm going to do this year. And if you're starting from seed with onion, you have to start 10 to 12 weeks before time to put them out. And so that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be exciting. So if you're going to start from seed, you've got to get a calendar and look at it and find your last frost date, count backwards from there. Onions can actually go out before your last frost date, so it doesn't have to be exact. And actually, I really should have planted maybe just a little bit sooner, but it's okay. I'm still going to get them started in plenty of time to get some great results. So let me show you on the calendar how we should do it. Okay, so when you're looking at your calendar, you're going to start where your last frost date is. Ours is April 29th. So onions can actually go out before the last frost date. 3 to 4 weeks, they say. So you're going to count up 3 to 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is April 1st. So my onions can go outside on or around April 1st. So in order for them to go out at that time, they need to be planted 10 to 12 weeks before I put them out. So now we need to count backwards from here, 10 to 12 weeks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So January 7th is when I should have started those. But I think as long as you start them anywhere from January 7th to the end of January, even up into the first week or so of February, I think as long as you start them within that time frame, I think you'll be okay. Okay, so I have bought this Pro Hex kit made by Fairy Morse, and this is what I'm going to use for my onions. I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the Jiffy brand seed starting mix in this. So here's what the Jiffy brand seed starting mix looks like that I use. It's about $5 a bag, which is kind of high for such a small bag. You can make your own seed starting mix by either using hot boiling water and putting it in just regular potting mix, or you can even put it in the oven. And I've done that before, but I really don't think I'm going to use enough to make it worth my while to go to all that trouble. So I'm going to start off at least with using the one that's already made and just save some time. Try not to waste any of it. I'm going to put some water in the bottom of this, and then I'm going to set it over in there and let the soil just wick it up into the soil and let it get real good and wet before I put any seeds in it. I think that should probably be enough. Alright, I'm also going to spray the tops. I think that'll help encourage it to wick a little bit better. This soil is very, very dry. It's so dry that if you blew on it, it would blow away. So whenever you wet the top of it, it helps to encourage the wicking from the bottom. See how it's blowing away a little bit whenever I spray the top. Once you get it a little bit wet, it'll stop doing that. I'm just going to let it sit and soak up that water a little bit. Then I'm going to put some seeds in it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to be planting as far as onions go. Now, I bought these before I'd done very much research on how to grow onions. Last year I grew some from sets, and so this is the first year I have grown any from seed, and so I purchased these before I did any kind of research. So all of these are what is called long day onions, and these really should be grown in a region that is actually up above us. Northeast Tennessee is considered a short day region. But we are at the very top of the short day region. So you can see right here that Northeast Tennessee is literally right on the line. So, and we get about 14 to 14 and a half hours most days in the summer. And so I'm thinking these will do okay because short day onions do well where there are 10 to 12 hours. Intermediate or neutral do well with 12 to 14 hours, and then long day onions prefer to have 14 to 16 hours of sun. So anyway, all of these are long day onions. I think I will do okay with these. I think at the very worst they may not get very big, but since I have already purchased them, we're going to try it out anyway. And I do have 2 more packs of onions coming that are short day onions, so we're going to give this a try. So I've got Italian torpedo, sweet Spanish, yellow Utah jumbo. It's a long name. And then I've got the Zabroon shallot. Shallots are my very favorite. I like shallots actually a little bit better than onion. So I'm going to show you how teensy tiny onion seeds are. See how very small those are? So I'm going to put about 3 in each little pocket. And so I'm going to go up through here, and I'm going to do that with all of the Italian torpedoes. And then I'll do a couple rows with the shallots, and then I'll do a couple rows with the Spanish. I'm going to kind of mash them down as I put them in here. Now, these Italian torpedoes were really cheap. I think I got these at the Dollar General. So there's not very many in that. And because onion seeds are so small that they need to just barely go beneath the soil, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. And I'm going to go down through here, and I'm going to do the same with the other onions. Now you're just going to wet the top really well with the spray bottle. So here we go. This particular tray came with a little dome, so I'm going to leave that on there to kind of help with the humidity. Those should be up in about 7 to 10 days. Okay, so we have all of our onion planted, or well, at least the first batch. So whenever I get the other onions in the mail, my short day onions, then I will get those planted as well. And so the long day onions are going to kind of be an experiment. So, but I still think they'll do well. I think we will have plenty of daylight hours for those onions to grow. So I look forward to this gardening season. I hope you all are excited as excited as I am. So I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you.